How's it going? I'm Mike Sentore here with the Bass College. Lately I've been getting a lot of phone calls from friends of mine, been asked on the water about what type of flipping bait do I like to use, and how, what type of hook, what type of line, all that kind of stuff. So I just want to make a quick video for all those people who are wondering what it is I like to do. I prefer like a 20-pound fluorocarbon line and a 5/0 hook, 4/0 sometimes a smaller bait. This is a Hayabusa FPP flipping hook, available at Tackle Warehouse. Precision Tackle may have them, and maybe some of your local tackle shops. In any case, I like a bait like the Riot Fuzzy Beaver. This is about a 4-inch bait, 4 1/4 inch. And I vary the weights depending on what it is that flipping, how deep, if it's windy, not so windy, but I'm using here a 5/16 ounce tungsten, and I prefer to snell, whether I'm using like a 50 or 65 pound braid or a 20-pound fluorocarbon. So just real quick, I wanted to show you how I snell and why. Your traditional wide gap hooks or worm hooks with the offset bend, they don't typically necessarily hook in a specific fashion, whereas if I snell, which you always want to go in through the top eye, and depending on your line size, somewhere between 5 to 7 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and put that in here. Tighten up our slack here. Get it all positioned forward. I usually moisten it a little bit and pull it tight. Trim a little bit of your excess here. And the cool thing about the Fuzzy Beaver is it has these ribs. And one of the things I've noticed is if I'm flipping in around a laydown or something of that nature, a lot of times when I snell, the hook can kind of pop out easily. The Fuzzy Beaver here with these ribs, it sort of allows, the hook can sort of pop through just a hair and it still stays weedless. And of course it works great in grass also. But it sort of has a top side and a bottom side, although if you wear out your hook hole, you can flip it over, use it the other way. But basically here, I just rig it like so, so it's, the bait's nice and straight on there. And what happens now is when you have your bait pegged, and a fish eats your bait, and when you apply your hook set, what happens is that hook swings right into the roof of the fish's mouth every time. So that's what's really neat about this sort of rig and snelling. You can see it there, that as soon as you apply pressure, the hook is going to drive right into the roof of the fish's mouth. So there you have it, 4 1/4 inch Riot Fuzzy Beaver, 5/16 ounce tungsten, a bobber stop, and snelling.